Yeah, well, it's nearly that time to begin and to start. Welcome to Technical Tuesday, another one, and we're probably going on for quite a while because it's still, lockdown 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 12.0. I don't really care, but we're here again. As we have been doing the last couple of weeks, we will be working on a particular Q grade in the IFK syllabus, not in the full sequence, but we would like to work today on at least second Q, and it depends on the time and how fast myself and Darren go through this. If we get to first Q, but this is always a surprise with us. It kind of keeps it tense. So welcome. If you have a question, use the chat in the side or in the bottom. And I'm going to give the word to Mr. Stringer. Have fun today.
Yes. So, as Sensei Wesley has kindly said, just putting my phone up so it doesn't drop over. Yeah, second view. See how we do today, because there are some complex techniques in this grading, mainly the kicks. So we'll see how we do, but hopefully we give you some good accounts on how to deliver the techniques. A couple of nice combinations, we hope, and maybe 2 grades, but we will see. Yeah, that's about it, right? We Thursday this week, or is it Saturday? I've forgotten now.
I think it's Thursday this week. Yeah, it's going to be Tuesday and Thursday this week.
Yes. Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, we have to think about next week because I'm obviously not in. I can't be there next week.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So we'll talk about next Tuesday because probably won't be on because Wesley is not around, but we can reschedule and make something else happen. Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from that, we're good to go. Everybody hears us okay. Wesley had a dodgy connection earlier, so it seems to be better, and we're all good. So we're going to be doing Hirakens today. This is obviously second cue. So please make sure that when we do your Hirakens, we're on a straight line here. Loads of people tend to crunch the fist up and do the techniques in this way. Make sure we're on a nice straight line and we're punting it forward in whatever manner we do it. So I am going to actually start off with Hiraken Oroshi, okay, because I just want to, and I will go through the techniques like normal. We're going to do some slow, some working on some elements of it, and then a few fast before we hand over to Wesley. Okay. Now, the thing with Hiraken Oroshi, like many of the techniques we've done in the past, Tetsu Oroshi, Shitosukosu Uchi, Hiraken, they're all very similar start. Into the shoulder, behind the head, and then we're using this movement, which we've practiced a lot. I think actually I did all of them techniques in the past. The difference with Hiraken Oroshi is we need to cut across the face slightly. Okay, so you need to think of like a samurai sword. And what we're doing is we're cutting along the nerves of the cheekbones. Okay, for example. Now we just want a fraction of an adverse angle here. Okay, so it's like on the way to a Hiraken, but definitely not all the way here. We just want a slight angle here so that the finger knuckles are going to rip across the face as well. Okay, so what we're looking to do is cut along here at a nice shallow angle, and then towards the end is when we get this little movement here where it just cuts across. Okay, so it's very similar to the Shito Yokogamunuchi, which I did last week. It comes through a lot flatter plane and just cut towards the end as we go through. Okay, so we practiced this quite a lot, so we should need to work on that. But what we are going to work on is from here, we're just going to use one arm and we're just going to practice just cutting, much like we did with the Shito Yokogamunuchi last week, making sure that we're here and just cut down slightly at an angle. Okay, 10, 10, and then we're going to move on. Okay, one. So we're just working on this little cut. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, ruk, shish, ach, ki, ju. And the other one. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, ruk, ish, ach, ki, ju. Okay, so now we're going to go through the full technique nice and slowly, just cutting through ever so slightly down at the angle. Please do not be coming like this. It needs to have a finish point. It just rotates slightly in where we get this little cut towards the end, and these knuckles are going to be the prominent part cutting across that face. Okay, so nice and slowly, 5 on one hand, 5 on the other hand, and then we'll do 10 normal speed before we hand over. Okay? Right. So right hand first. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go.
Shia.
Other arm. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Shia. Okay. Alternate arms. 10. Good speed, good pace, and don't forget to whip and cut towards the end of that technique. So we're not looking at smashing through something. We just want to glide along the nerves, cut across, and cut that skin open, per se. Okay? So left hand up. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Right. Ich, ich, okay. Ju, shia. Good, and just relax. Remember, you're probably going to feel it on the knuckles quite a lot today, because if you're holding the position correct and you're not used to it, it's really difficult. But please try and avoid doing this all the time. Keep them nice and straight. Over to Wesley for the next technique. What will it be? No one knows.
Alrighty then, because we're extremely cold, we're going to start off with the first. No, we're not going to start off. Time to take it easy a little bit. Yeah. All right. So we just done the first Hirakan technique. We're going to go to the next technique outside of Hirakan is Haisho, and we're going to do Haisho Yoden. So when you do this, make sure again follow Henshi as he's really doing good closed fingers. Don't be a Darren or a Wes being lazy. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Haisho, but you have to be thinking of the part of the hand you're actually striking with, and this is not going to be the fingers. This is going to be the bottom half of your hand hitting the target. Yeah. So when you hit the target, you're going to be hitting with this. So a little bend on this, like this, is wrong. But remember that if you are in a strong position, you're gonna hit with this part of the hand. Yeah. And don't do this with your fingers. Yeah. The reason I picked this is because I'm sorry.
Me, nothing.
Oh, sorry. Probably my sound is not good. It kind of looks like something was going in there. So I picked this technique because last week we did the Shuto Uchi Uchi, and it's actually the same start of the technique, except for not twisting. Now we're just gonna go in a full length. Yeah. So 5 times on the right arm, 5 times on the left arm, and go slowly but steady. Keep this arm there, out, in, just for the feeling. Yeah? There we go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, shia, mawate. And think about the elbow going in first. Don't go like this elbow in first, and then the hand technique. Yeah, there we go. Ich, ni, san, she, go.
Shia.
All right. So now 5, and where you bring back the other hand. Os. One. Think about elbow going forward, and then elbow going forward, hitting out. Os. 5 on the right. There we go. Ich, ni, san, she, go.
Shia.
Mawate. Ich, ni, san, she, go.
Shia.
All right. Shake loose 10 times, alternate with the right speed. Os. Ready. Ich, ni, san, she, go, ruk, sish, ash, cool,
Shia.
and shake loose. Now, Ray, next technique, Darren string.
Ooh. Whizzing through these so far.
Yeah.
What's going wrong?
Very
Missed
good.
something. Okay, so I'm going to be doing Age Jordan ski. Okay, now this is very, very similar to Shnaski. The only difference is we're coming up under the chin as an uppercut. Okay, we still need to make sure that we twist and drive, twist and drive each time. We need to make sure that we are not scooping this way, in, straight up. It's very easy to get excited and go and really want to hit things hard. We're trying to think of an efficient, effective technique, okay, all the way through. So, much like with a lot of the blocks, height of the jaw, naturally that's your finishing point because that's where we're hitting under. What we're going to do is we're going to twist, and as we twist, we're going to angle the shoulders a little bit and bring back. Twist, angle, and back. Because we're twisting to drive in and get some kind of power. Last thing we want to do is just here. Twist, angle slightly, drive up. Twist, and then through. Okay? So we're going to do 5 twists on the right, on the left, 5 twists on the right, move on. Okay? Right. Here we are. Left hand up first. Ready? Ich, twist, back. Ni, twist, back. San, twist, back. She, go. Good. And the other arm. Ready? Ich, ni, san, she, go. Okay, so the next element, we're going to concentrate, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring our hands as almost as though we're going to be in pin and knee, but it's going to be the reverse way round, because this needs to be quite tight, and we want to be here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the uppercut here without hitting the hand. Okay, so we're going to practice good for now, so that we don't start doing this, and we're going through, up. Okay, give yourself a little angle, because don't forget we would have twisted slightly here. Give yourself an angle, push through, up, back, okay. Again, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and then we're going to add it all together slowly before we move on to doing some hard techniques. Okay, so below the arm, so we can clearly see that it's going to go above. Ready? Angle, ich, up, back. Ni, san, she, go. Shia. And change the arms. Ich, ni, San, shi, go. Okay, place the left arm up. Okay, remember we want this elbow to be nicely behind the techniques. Like every technique we do, Chudanski, elbow, wrist, power going direct in. Shdaski, elbow, wrist, going straight in. Please do not do this or any deviation. When we do sotuuke, we should be nice, straight. A lot of people do this. Same here. Up, through, straight line, getting that power going straight through all of them bones and not an angle, because that's when you start damaging wrists, etc. Okay, so left arm out, we're going to twist, angle, drive through nice and slowly. Just 10 alternate arms before we move on and do them all. Okay, properly. Inch, twist, back. Knee, twist. Sun, she, go, rook, ish, ach, get, shia. Okay, just relax. So now we're going to put that all together. Don't forget, don't just start doing this. Twist, drive, twist, drive. And use this momentum to create your power along with a little bit of rotation. Not perfectly square like robots. Okay? So left arm up and let's go. 10 good ones. Ready? H, E, San, Shi, Ho, Red, Ash, Ash, Head, G, Shia, and now ready. Shake loose. Over to my sharpshooting friend, Wesley.
Right. So,
Can't hear you.
no,
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
No. So today we're going to be miming a lot. Can everybody else hear me at least? Can anybody hear Wes? No. Okay.
No.
You're going to log out and then back in? Maybe? I will need to send you the link though, I think. Because I forgot to do that. How bad of me. I forgot to send the co-instructor the link. Uno momento, por favor. Sorry about this, guys. We are having some mild difficulties, but hopefully we will resolve this very soon. Now, this is the drawback of being in online lessons. You wouldn't get this. Let's just give him a minute or so to log back in, and hopefully there's no problems. Otherwise, I'll take another technique and move forward. Should be very soon back in. Everything making sense so far, though. Let's admit. Let's see. Let's add it. Post. Yes. Let's ask him to oh, he's able to unmute himself.
Yes.
But can we hear him?
Can you guys hear me properly?
I can hear you, but it is very quiet, but it's an improvement at least.
Well, that's a reason not to talk too much. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Is this okay? Any good? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Any good? Yeah.
We can hear. We can hear. It's quiet, but we can hear.
Okay, cool. gonna do my best to show it to you. There's 4 types of kicks in second cue. It's Toby Maigiri's 3 versions and my Toby Nidangiri. We're gonna work on the second version of Toby Maigiri, which is knee first and then kick. So that's what we're gonna work on right now. Ready? Hopefully everybody does it properly. Good. All right. Left leg in front. The thing you're gonna do is you're gonna bring up your knee on the count. We do this 10 times on the right, 10 times on the left. Good? There we go. Pitch. Knee. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Cool. Shia.
Yeah. Os.
Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Cool. Shia.
Yeah.
Awate. All right. Next count. Bring up the knee and jump over to the other one. Os. 1, 2, and over. Os. 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Ready? There we go. Pitch. Knee. Sun. Chi. Go. Awate.
Os.
Pitch. Knee. Sun. Chi. And go.
Shia.
Awate. Good.
Os.
Next count. Up. Jump. Maigiri. Back. Os. This is what we're going to do. 1, 2. My. Back. Os.
Os.
5 times. Ready?
Os.
Edge. Knee. Sun. Chi. Go.
Shia.
Awate. Edge. Knee. Sun. Chi. Go.
Shia.
And Mawate. All right. Bring it all together. 1. Os. Straightly. Mawate. 2. Other side. 10 times. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Ready?
Os.
Good. There we go. Edge. Knee. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Cool. Shia.
Shia.
And now Ray. Us. Switch over. Us.
Os.
For the next technique.
Os. Your sound's a lot better now, by the way.
Oh, that's good then. Thank God.
You stepped away, it became a lot clearer. So good.
Right.
Okay, right. Let's go for the standard Hirakan. We've got Hirakan Jordan and Hirakan Chudan, which are almost identical in hand positions, as in flat and vertical as Oitsuki, Gyakusuki Jordan and Tatsuki Chudan. Okay, so with Hirakan Ski Jordan, we're going to strike to soft areas. Throat just below the nose, Ridge of the nose you could do, but you know, it's not as solid as a fist. So I'd recommend just below the nose and towards kind of the throat area. Okay, so nice and simple. There's nothing complicated about this technique at all. It's purely just a straight technique. But what we need to be aware is that, as I said earlier, this doesn't happen. Okay, you want to be here, nice and straight, driving it straight to the throat. Okay, so nice, really easy technique, and the only thing you should have to concentrate on is the actual hand position itself, because everything else we've done, Yakuski Jordan, Oiski Jordan, many times. Okay, so let's move on, nice and easy, slowly first. Ich, I, san, shi, go, rook, ish, ach, get, chew.
Cheer.
Okay, and just relax those fingers before we do 10 good ones. Okay, very quick one, this one, so we can shoot back to Wesley for the next one, and we're looking good to make the next grade. He says, ready, 10 good ones. H, he, san, she, no, right, ish, he, chi.
Cheer.
Harry. So a really quick drink, as we haven't had one yet, and we'll go over to Wesley for some more flying kicks, maybe a block, maybe a strike. There's so many options.
Yeah, I'll go for a flying kick then, just because it's cool.
It's cool because I fly and I kick.
How's the sound now?
Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
Lovely. No idea what's going on here, but hey, we're here again. Good. Right, so obviously we've done the second version of the Toby Maigiri. Now we're going to go for the first version of the Toby Maigiri. This is a Toby Maigiri straight in the air, using the front leg to kick first. Yeah? Also, we break this down into small bits to get through the steps. Yeah? Good. Right then. Right, so we stand over here into our fighting position. The kick we're going to go for is we're going to jump up Maigiri out of the front leg. Us? So what we're going to do first, need to watch out to not jump too high. Darren wouldn't have this problem. I unfortunately have. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump up, bring the knee up, but when we land, the knee is still going to be up. Us? Good. 10 on the left, 10 on the right for the feeling. Ready? Pitch. Knee. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Ku. Shia. Mawate. Us. And itch. Knee. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Ku. Yeah. Mawate. So now 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right. Jump up. When you go down, when you get down, Maigiri. Us. Up. Maigiri and back. 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Us. Ready. Us. Ish. Knee. San. Shi. Go.
Shia.
Awate. H. Ni. San. She. Go.
Shia.
Awate. All right. Now, 10 times, just as we did with the kick before. Jump up, mawate. Jump up, mawate. Os, at the highest part, bring out the leg, magiri, and come in a good position. The leg you kicked with will be in the front as well. Os, and then
Os.
mawate. Ready?
Os.
10 times. H. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Cool. Share.
Shia.
And now ready. Good. Quick little drink. Shake loose. Over to the next technique by Senior Sensei Stringer.
Everybody okay with this? These aren't easy kicks, and I'm going to explain a little bit when I do the next one. I'm going to do the last version of the Toby Maigiri. Okay. Now this one, we start off with whichever leg in front. We need to be kicking with the back leg. So as we jump, we need to change in the air, do the kick, land. Okay. Now, a really, really common problem with a lot of people is they're scared in their mind and they're thinking, I'm going to stack. I'm going to fall straight on the floor, and therefore straight away, because you do that, it suffers your kick. Okay, because what a lot of people do, and I'll show you now, is if I'm kicking with my left leg is going to do the kick. I'll try and do it because I'm not used to doing it. But look what happens with my right leg. What people do is they go, okay, and this leg purely stays straight and transitions from one to the other. Because in your mind you're thinking, oh, I need this to be close to the floor in case I don't make it. Okay, so you need to start thinking about tucking this leg. So as we do the jump, we're going to be working here at the moment. So the front leg is the important one for us in what I'm doing right now. Okay. Overall, they're both important, but what I want you to do is as we jump, I need you to start tucking this in and pulling it back. Okay. Now, for those of you that have trained with Hanshi back in the day, like I'm really old. I'm not that old, but I've been with Hanshi a long time. He used to come along either with a belt or even worse, maybe with a bow. At Crawley, we had bows. Not every dojo he had them. So he'd swing the bow underneath you, and if this leg was here, you do the math. It was getting caught, no doubt about it. So either the belt was going to swing under you, and you'd only kind of maybe be kind to most people about kind of knee heights. So Wesley's knee height is clearly my waist, but that's neither here nor there. But the idea is you need to be making sure that we're tucking these legs. Every Toby kick should have a tucked leg, okay? And many people don't, and like I said, that's a confidence thing because you're scared of stacking, okay? So let's start off exactly as I've been. So left leg forward, we're thinking about, yes, getting this leg to do the kick, but this one's also important to pull out the way. So we're just going to be there, switch, and tuck. You don't even need to jump that high right now. You can still do this just by coming a little bit off the floor. That's all you need, okay? You don't need lots of space off the ground. Higher is better, but, you know, let's start easy. Jump, switch quick, and then back down. Just 10. Ready? Edge. 2, 3, 4, go. Push. Push. Hit. 2. Yeah. Okay, so we've got part of it going. Okay, the next part, do not wait until you're coming down to do the kick. Start to deliver the kick on your way up, so that when, as Wesley said, you get to the peak of your kick, the kick is going out, and you have loads of time to pull that leg back and put it down. Because again, the confidence thing says, ooh, ooh, I'm on my way down, now I'll try and do the kick. And that's when you think, well, if I leave this here, that's why it happens. Think about delivering the kick on the way up, okay? So we're just gonna, as we jump, don't worry about tucking this leg right now, just straight leg, and then throw it up and switch as we're doing the kick. And what you hopefully will see is that your leg will come up to a height where it's going to peak. It doesn't have to be super high again right now. And at that point, it's going to start falling down. Okay? Up, down. Up, down. Okay? And you want the leg to start coming down as you are, not start going up as you're going down. Okay? Again, just 10 alternate legs, because it's nice and easy on this one. Alternate legs, 10, nice and easy. Just relax and start getting the leg going up as you start. Okay? Ready? Let's go. Edge. New. Sun. Shoot. Go. Edge. Edge. Hit. Shoot. Okay, and now hopefully you're feeling, actually I've got more time than what I thought. I start the kick on the way up, gives me time to tuck, we rotate through, we're not kicking with a straight leg, remember? We're doing this, so we have more time. We have more time than a straight leg kick. So if you had time to get a straight leg kick there, you're going to have loads of time now when you start doing this, okay? Again, let's start slowly. Nothing too mental right now, but what we're looking to do, and keep your stance fairly narrow for now, so that we can get a good jump and a reasonable switch, okay? So we're going to start adding it all together, fairly easy, and keep the kick low. Don't worry about Jordan right now. Let's concentrate on getting the kick right, then we can add the height, okay? Kick right, add the height. Okay, ready? So we're going to jump up, and then just, as we do the kick around about belt height, okay? Alternate legs. Again, just 10. Ready? Edge. Start getting that tuck. New tuck, switch round. Sun, tuck, switch round. Good. She. Go. Right. Ish. Ish. Yeah. G. Yeah. Sheer. Good. Right. Now let's do 6. Only 6. As good as you can do. If you can get good height, fantastic. If you're staying around here, no problems. But try and do the kick with a little bit more dynamics. Looking at shooting up, and definitely tuck. Okay, tuck. Either in here. I'm not that fast as long as it tucks right now. Okay, just 6. Ready? Let's go. 8. 2. 3. 4. Go. Right. See ya. And that's it. Okay. Eat a quick drink. over to Wesley. And if you ever can, check out the original kata book with Stephen R. Milling. And he is in a perfect, I mean, absolutely stunning position. So it can be done. We all just need to work on it. Okay?
Very, very good call. So there's one kick left. And we're going to do it because we got the time. So to be fair, we're going pretty good at the time. After the combinations and the sequence, we're probably on 7:30. So that gives us some time to go into the next cue. So that's pretty good. Toby Nidan Giri. Us. And this is very similar in what people call a... what's the matter with the photo in the second kata book? Oh, I think, is Janine the one doing it in the second one, in the newest one?
No, I think it's Sunil.
Ah, all right then. Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong.
I prefer Stevens, but you in Seipai. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I remember us referring to this book as very good. So in this kata, not to be slimy about that, but we have called you amazing, kata queen. Right then. So the Toby Nidangiri is about a Maigiri, and another Maigiri. So it's kind of similar to what we did into the second version of Toby Maigiri. Something a lot of people mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people will throw the leg as they are throwing a Maikiage and then go in. It's not about the straight leg. Bring up the knee, bring up the Maigiri, and from out of this position, you make a Toby Nidangiri, double kick. Os. Same kick, stomach height, face height. And something about Toby Giris as well. People think about, oh shit, Toby Giris, now I have to be instant Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, jumping up extremely high. But none of us are fighting semi-shield or extremely big giants like Hong Man Choi and stuff. So when we do Toby Giris, you can just do a little jump, and the better you get at it, the higher you can jump and the higher you can kick. But initially, it's about the jump you deliver. It doesn't have to be extremely high. Obviously, we want to go there, but if your body doesn't let you, please think about the right techniques. Os. So, enough talking, time for work. So, first one, we're going to bring Maigiri and straight jump into Hiza. Os. Maigiri of the back. Straight jump into Hiza. Os. 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Ready?
Os.
Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ruk. Sesh. Ash. Ku. Shia.
Shia.
Mawate.
Os.
There we go. Ich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ruk. Sish. Ash. Ku. Shia.
Shia.
Mawate. All right. 5 times on the right, 5 times on the left. Kick, jump, kick. Os.
Os.
Kick, jump, kick. 5 times. Ready? Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go.
Shia.
Hamate. H. Knee. Sun. She. Go.
Shia.
Right. Now, add them together. My Giri, Jordan. Us. Look at 1, 2. And in a good position again. And then Mawate into the other leg. Us. 10. Only 10. Us. Ready? There we go. Edge. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rope. Fish. Ash. Two. Shia.
Shia.
And now ready. Us. Right. So, that's been going quite well. Over to Mr. Stringer.
Of course. So we've done a few techniques. Now let's try and put them all together for the grading, or for the sequences, should I say. So we haven't covered all of them, and we haven't covered none of the blocks, which are quite important, but maybe we get to go through them another time. We don't have all day, as you can probably appreciate. So we need to differentiate between the techniques that we're doing. So, in position, Sanshin Dachi. Nice and easy. Kamate. Shia. Okay, so first of all, we have Hirakan Jordan, Hirakan Shudan, Hirakan Oroshi, Hirakan Mawashi, Age Jordan Ski, Koken Jordan, Ring Finger, Koken Chudan, Middle Finger, Koken Gidan, Middle Finger. Okay, from there we have Toby Nidangeri, which will be right leg, left leg in position. The first Toby Maigeri, jump, left leg. The second, knee, left leg. The last one, jump, switch, right leg. Okay, so let me just go through that one more time with you, because people often get really confused on the kicks only. Okay, so Hirakan Jordan, Hirakan Shudan, Hirakan Oroshi, Mawashi. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Haishu Jordan, Haishu Chudan, Age Jordan, Koken Jordan, Chudan, Gidan. Right, left, 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 right. Back into Sanshindachi. I missed out the Haishu Jordan and the Haishu Chudan. Sorry about that. So yes, let's start this. First couple of sets are going to be nice and easy, nice and slow, as in pace and strength. The kicks you can't do slow, you need to do them at a little bit of speed. And then we're going to do a couple more. They're going to be nice and quick and explosive. So I'll take the count. I'll announce the techniques on the first time, count on the second time. Mogore, slow pace on the third time. Mogore, normal pace on the fourth time. Okay? Is there an option to start the Toby Nidangeri with the back leg as well? Yes, it all depends on the instructor, to be fair. Some people like a front leg, back leg. Some people like a back leg, front leg. It's purely down to what the instructor wants. In the sequence, it will always start right leg, left leg, because we did Koken Gidan with the left arm. Okay, Shahan? Great. Let's go. Okay? Nice and easy, steady pace. So, into Sanshindachi. Ready? Hirakan Jordan. H. Hirakan Shudan. Ni. Hirakan Oroshi. H. Hirakan Mawashi. Ni. Haishu Jordan. H. Haishu Chudan. Ni. Age Jordan. H. Koken Jordan. H. Ni. Chudan. San, Giran. Toby, Nidan, Gary, starting with the right leg. Edge, 1, 2. Toby, my Gary, left leg, edge. Toby, my Gary, knee comes up with the right, kick with the left, edge. Toby, my Gary, with the back leg, which will be your right leg, edge. Sheer. And back in, sheer. Nicely done. Okay. By numbers only, no names. Okay. Ready? Edge. E. San. She. Go. Rek. Edge. Edge. Hit. G. Edge. E. San. Okay, more Gori this time. Nice and easy pace. I'll ki nice and slowly, and then we've got one properly where we deliver it with some venom. Okay?
Us.
Right, ready? Hey! Us! 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 Us!
Sheer.
Sheer! Good, good. And the very last one, we can get a drink before we go over to Wes. Deliver it with some power. Think about them kicks. Up and tuck. Up and tuck. Okay? Ready? Hey! Us! 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 Sheer! Harry! Let's have a really quick drink. Over to Wesley. The next bit.
Yes. So as we always do, guys, we do a short little combination just for the feeling of what we did. Us. So we're gonna be standing over here. It's gonna be a punch to the chest, Staski, and now we step aside and make Huracan to the liver. Us, 1, 2, and Huracan into the liver. Us, 1, 2, 3. Out of this position, we're gonna use the back leg, Toby Margiri jump, and you kind of use a little switch kick as what we did last week because we're close by, and I'm now gonna kick my opponent in the face with the back leg. Only 6. And then we do only 6 on the other side over to Mr. Stringer. Us, one more time slowly. Chest, stomach, Huracan to the body. Us, 1, and back again. Us, you know what? We'll do 8 alternate. Us, for time's sake. Ready? 8. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Sish. 1. Yeah. And us. Quick little drink. Over to Stringer. Us.
Quick little drink. So, we're going to start off and we're going to risk it for a biscuit with a cock-in, okay? Now, cock-in can be a block or it can be a strike. You have to be a brave man to use either, to be fair. But at least if you're striking, kind of psychs you up for using the technique already. Okay, but we're going to use it like we have done a little bit in the past as a Huracan. We're just going to hit the cock end to the person's inside arm. Okay, either it be toe to toe, or if we're going orthodox, we can do either hand. Okay, so this is going to be our first technique. Yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to relax. Remember, when we hit in, we want to be nice and strong at this point, and with the focal point being here. Please don't be here. You are definitely going to bust yourself. Okay, so we're going to hit the wrist, Stasky in between, and then what we're going to do, Maigiri Chudan, Maigiri Jordan towards the end. Okay, which is Toby knee down, Gary. Okay, so we're going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, Maigiri Chudan, Maigiri Jordan with the Toby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing as Wesley. 6 or 8 did you do? 8. 8 alternate. 8 alternate legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. We are using the back leg and the front leg. Show hand. Okay, ready? Let's go. Edge. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Run. Last one. See ya. He's have a really quick drink, shooting over to Wesley for what appears to be our second syllabus.
Yeah.
Woo!
And to be fair, we were quite well on time, to be fair. So, yeah, happy with that, guys. Happy with that. All right, then.
Your sound's quiet again, by the way.
Sorry?
Your sound is low again.
I'm really sorry, guys. I can't really do anything about this. It really annoys me. All right, then. Let's start off with the kicks, because the legs are quite warm. And in particular, there is one kick which I like to use very, very, very much into fights. Yeah. And that is the Jordan Uchi Giri. Jordan Uchi Haisoko Giri. So to be clearly honest, it's just an Uchimoshi, which we've used quite a few times. So let's go there. All right. So in the position 1, 2. This is in the sequence. You will do this with the right leg from the inside to the jaw. So we're just gonna warm up the hips a little bit for this, and we're gonna do 1, 2, outside in, outside in, outside in, and really exaggerate the movement, like you do this. 1, 2, 3, 20 times. Yeah? Edge. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sish. Ash. Ku. Shia. Ish. Ni. Sun. Shi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Ku. Shia. Right. Obviously, you don't want to do it like this when you use it in a fighter during sparring or when you do this in a sequence, but it helps you with the feeling. In, out, in, out. Us, stop. Now just the end bit of the kick. Us, end bit of the kick is what we're going to work on right now. You don't have to do this jaw then. Just go through then, or maybe even get in. Us, the leg will be like this. Out, in, out, in, out, and in. Us, 10 times on the right, 10 times on the left. Us, bring up, out, and in. Us, there we go. Itch, knee, sun, go higher slowly. She, go, rook, sish, ash, ku, shia,
Yeah.
mawate. Start off low, all the way up. Yeah? There we go. Itch, knee, sun, she, go, rook, sish, ash, ku, shia. Good. All right, and think about the end bit. It has to be a whipping effect. Whipping effect. That's where you get the. That's where you get the knockout or the wazari with. Yeah. Now, 10 times alternate legs. Us, only 10 times. Then we're gonna go over to Sensei Darren. Ready? There we go. Itch.
It's high socket.
It is high soku, indeed. Yeah.
She's asking what part of the foot. High socket. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I didn't saw the question. We start off. 10. Us. There we go. Itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Ruku. Sish. Ash. Ku. Yeah. Alrighty then, good. That's a nice start. Because normally we start with a hand technique. All right, get a quick little drink. Over to Sensei Stringer.
Okay. So this particular syllabus, she likes to refer to as the same as Mr. T, pain. Okay. All the techniques are not going to be let's break through 5 pieces of wood. You know, it's about how much pain I can inflict on a person with minimal effort, okay? So you need to think straight away, soft, vulnerable areas to hit, okay? Don't go thinking about hitting like straight to the rib, to the chest bone, etc., okay? So we're going to start off with Oi Yubiken. Now, Oi Yubiken starts off just like a fist, except on top, okay? And we're looking for this to be just on the edge of the knuckle here. Okay, so your fist doesn't change. We don't start doing this, a bad hiraken and a really bad oyubi or rotoken. The fist is still the same. The only thing that moves is the thumb. Okay, and we're here. And because this is straight, it accentuates these knuckles on the fist here. Okay. Now, what we're looking to deliver is a slight curve on the technique, a slight curve, not a woo haymaker dream, okay? We want a slight curve on Oyubi Jordan Chudan and Rotoken Jordan and Chudan as well, okay? They all have a slight curve on the technique, coupled with the fact that we have a straight wrist here and a slight curve on the technique means we really hit good with these. But it only takes effect if we're pushing this thumb in and keeping this fist nice and tight. Otherwise, probably going to smash yourself up. Okay? So, we're going to start off with Oyubiken, Chudan, and we're striking to the ribs. okay? Or maybe just below the ribs, but you're kind of looking for the floating rib area, not the really strong ribs all the way up the top. Try and take those little ones down the bottom and really take them out, okay? So, again, slight circle, cutting in, slight circle, cutting in. What we're going to work on is we're going to work on this first, okay? So we're going to go from open hand, closed hand, and making sure the fist is good, not here, okay? Open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed. 10 on the right, 10 on the left, then we'll move on to the techniques, okay? Ready? Edge. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Ish. Edge. Get. G. Left. Edge. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Ish. Edge. Get. G. Okay, good. Right. Now we're just going to relax loosely, keep the fist not tight, but in a good position. And we're just going to practice going in a slight circle, because most of the techniques we do is on a straight line, and we don't want to end up going like this, or even worse, angling the fist thinking to hit here. Just a slight circle here. Outside the body, cut in position. 10 alternate, then we've got 10 really good ones to finish off with. Okay? Left hand out first. Ready? Edge, relax, round. Knee, relax. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Ish. Edge. Get. G. And just relax. Okay, now 10 good ones. Now really think about whipping round, small circle, out, cut back in, nice and sharp towards the end. Again, out, and then whip through and use that pinch on the body, good core strength to create that dig right into those ribs towards the end. Okay, ready? H, knee, sun, she, out, right, ash, ash, head, G.
Cheer.
And now over to Wesley for the next technique.
Os.
Moving along quite swimmingly at the moment.
Right then. As we just did Oya Yubi, we're now going to go into Naka Yubi. Os. And this is a technique which is a very, very hard technique if you don't make the right fist. Is the sound all right?
Yes.
Good. So when you don't bury the middle finger into the fist and into your thumb, then obviously when you will hit the target, what target soever, this is what's going to happen. So you have to think about really tucking it in and then close it down. So when you hit, it stays there. Also, normally we are always going into this position. When you hit, you twist it in. Now this will just go to really dig it in. And Hanshi, he once performed it on me as like a to break loose, and he just put his finger, his middle finger, on my chest, and he pressed down, and this was a very, very painful feeling. And I let go of him. So this can be used in several ways, but we're gonna use it into the Chudan Nakayubi Iponken. The first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna move into with open hands, because I want you to think about the feeling. We're gonna go into open hands, and as you're there, the moment you're there, you're going to put the Nakayubi into position. Open hand and into Nakayubi. Really focus about this one. Yeah? Only 10 alternate. Ready? There we go. Left hand forward. And itch. Open hands. Knee. Open hands. Sun. Good. She. Good. Go. Ruku. Sish. Ash. Cool. Shia.
Clear.
All right, good. Now we're just going to do 10 chudan nakayubi iponken slowly, and then 10 in the right pace with the right power. Then over turn. Us. Ready? Left arm forward and itch. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Ruku. Sish. Ash. Ku. Shida.
Dia.
The blues. Now 10 powerful ones. Us.
Wash.
Ready?
Wash.
Ni. An. A. Go. Ruku. Ish. Ash. Ku. Ida.
Dia.
And good. Now ready. Think about really closing it in. When you hit the target or when you go down on it, you can really inflict some damage, which is the thing we'd love. Us.
Wash. Okay, so I'm going to do the second block, which is Chudan Haito Uchi. Okay, now this is almost identical to Chudan no Chuke, Seiken, and Shito Chudan no Chuke. The only difference is the hand is flat. You need to make sure that this thumb is cut on the inside, okay? Because we are going to hit Haito after the technique. Remember, I told you the only reason there's different hand bits is because of the technique you do afterwards. Yes, it also protects the thumb in this position, but we're not blocking with this bit. Remember, we're blocking with this bit, okay? So it's not to protect the thumb reason. It is because what you want to do afterwards, okay? So the same applies. Chudan no Chuke comes to the center line. There, we block around the arm. We cut at the last moment. Again, height of the jaw. So it's Chudan, under, hands nice and flat, both of them, palms straight down to the ground. Please do not start the block off at the shoulder and flick the block through. Center line, there, triangles pointing forward, same direction as the hand. Okay, then we're coming around and rotate at the last minute. And of course, we have the nice angle on our shoulders. Please don't screw up the hands. I see there's lots and lots, predominantly on the backhand in open hand techniques. They do this kind of stuff. Try and keep these nice and flat, fingers together, punchy, not Wes and Darren. Okay? So, let's just work on the one hand first. Under the arm, you can put this arm wherever you want, up, down, back. We're going to rotate round and open, in and around. Okay? Remember, don't do this straight away and come around. We want to lock with the forearm, finish the technique off. Lock with the forearm, finish the technique off. Like any other block we've done. Block, rotate. Block, focus. Okay, they all have the same focus points. Right, so 10 on the right, 10 on the left, just the one hand, leaving the finish to the end, please. Okay, right, let's go. So you can do what you want with your left arm, it's entirely up to you. Itch, up, around, focus. Knee, up, around, focus. Sun, up, around, focus. She, Go. Rook. Ish. Ouch. Get. Cheer. Cheer. And the left arm. Triangle. Parallel to the ground, please. Not pointing here. Ready? H. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Ish. H. Hit. Cheer. Here. Okay. And remember, when we are focusing in Chudan, this clearly won't be up parallel to the ground. Would you just be dipped down in the same parallel line as your arm? So don't bring your arm all the way up here. It needs to be Chudan because we are blocking Chudan height. Okay? Right. 10 alternate, nice and easy, and then we've got 10 good ones. Okay? So left arm up in position. Remember, just like Chudan and Chuke, is just off the shoulder line. Okay? Don't block inside. Angle and block just off the shoulder line. Ready? 10 alternate. Itch, center line, around, out. Knee, center line, around, out. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Ish. H. Get. Cheer.
Yeah.
Here. And just relax. And remember, please making sure that we keep these thumbs in at the end of the block. Okay? Right. Technically, they should be back in here as well. Okay? But most definitely when you do the block. Okay, right. Left hand up. 10 good ones. Moving over to Wes for the next one. Ready? H. He. Sun. She. Go. Right. Ash. Ash. Hit. G. Chia. Larry. Really quick drink. Shoot over to Wes.
For the sake of time, guys, for the sake of time, it is time to now do the full sequence because otherwise we're not going to be able to make it. Us. So the full sequence, one time by names, second time by numbers, third time Mogori slowly, fourth time the proper one. Us. Think about 12 techniques. Ryotoken, or Nakayubi, I'm sorry, Oyayubi, Kake Uke Joden, Haito Uchiuke, Uchi Haisokugiri, Uchi Kakato, Soto Kakato, and then a Tobi Yokogiri out of the back leg. Yeah?
One at the end.
At the end. Right at the end. Luckily, we've done a lot of kicks today already. with jumps. Us. Ready?
Us.
Yoi. Sanchin Dachimi, Kamaitse. Shia.
Here.
There we go. The first. Ryotoken Jordan. Ish. Judan. Ni. Nakayubi Iponken. Sun. She. Oya Yubi Iponken. Ei. Go. Now, Kake Uki Jordan. Ei. Haito Uchiuka. Ei. Out of the right leg, Uchi Haisoku Giri. Eish. Uchi Kakato Giri. Ei. Soto Kakato Giri. An. Out of the left leg, Tobi Yoko Giri. Ei. And back.
Here.
Good. All right. By numbers. Ready? Ish. Ni. San. She. Go. Rook. Ish. Ash. Ku. Ju. Ish. Iya.
Shia.
Good. Slowly, without numbers. Mogore. Os.
Os.
Ready. This is the best. There we go. Hajime. Os. 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 Shia. Shia.
Shia.
Good. Right, last one. Mogore. Os.
Os.
There we go. Hajime. Os. 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 Us, 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 shia. And now ready. Us. All right, shake loose, and then we will probably call it a day.
Yes. What is the time?
56.
Let's have a little stretch on the arms. We've got a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
I know we did a lot of kicks today, but we don't have a lot of time, so I'd rather not start something that's going to affect you. Okay, left arm across the chest and hold. H. Relax, and the right itch.
Us.
Relax and lift up and over. Itch.
Us.
Relax and the right itch.
Ish.
Relax, left on the hip and pull forward. Be careful, obviously, with the shoulder. Relax, and the other on the hip and pull forward. Relax. Rotate the shoulder, itch, knee, san, ante, itch, knee, san, other arm, itch, knee, san, ante, itch, knee, san, and just let it hang down. Just relax the shoulders and the lower back. Come up slowly, but roll your back as you're coming up. Leave the shoulders very, very last to come through, and then expand the chest and put the shoulders back. Big Arnold Schwarzenegger pose. I'm getting there. I'm honest. Okay. So that's the end. Super session. I realised I think I was calling it OUB at the beginning. It should have been Roger Ken. So I apologise about that. The technique doesn't change, the name does. Okay. So it just dawned on me at the end when Wesley was like, yeah, I was like, oh, I was doing that wrong all the lesson. Okay. It was the technique I wanted to do. I just picked the wrong name. So yeah, really good work today. Lots of pain. Lots of elements where in both of those syllabuses, it's all about pain. You have to make sure that you get these hand positions correct, because otherwise you are 100% guaranteed to mess your hand up. You think if you're not confident in hitting the wood with a seiken, how on earth are you going to feel doing any of them techniques that we did today? It's going to be very, very dangerous for you. You need to make sure that you're practicing your finger push-ups to a certain extent, and just feel the technique. Just know that it's in a good, strong position. I'm not saying you're going to break hundreds of blimmin' boards with it or anything like that, but you just want to be able to have an effective technique in a soft area. Okay, pick the soft areas. Yes, Hanshi was doing it on Wesley's breastbone, which is where he likes to do that with the Nakayubi Kenchudan, but you yourself need to be confident of your ability and the confident that your hand is going to maintain that position. Otherwise, it's going to be your hand and not Wesley's chest. Okay, super effort today, guys. As always, an absolute pleasure.
Yes, as we said, it was amazing, and we actually got to the end of of the two syllabus we wanted to work on, and there is a lot more techniques to work on, but yeah, this was amazing. Again, super well done to everybody. I can't be there next Tuesday because I got a thing for work, which will be late. What we can do, and please let us know if you guys are up for that, to make a technical Thursday, a little bit different, and a super Saturday for that week, instead of a technical Tuesday and a super Saturday. So then we can still work on the technical part, and that's obviously going to be the Shodan syllabus and probably a bit of Nidan, or maybe Shodan and Nidan syllabus in that session. But please let us know if you guys are up for that to do it next week. Thanks again. Hard work again. Although it was Technical Tuesday, big thank you. You guys give us so much energy, and please keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing karate. Keep kicking. Stay alive and healthy. Us.
Very welcome, Gabor. Glad you liked the breakdown of the Toby kicks. Cheers, Chris, and everybody else. We really appreciate you turning up, and we're very pleased that it's valuable to you all. Well, we hope it is anyway.
Everybody can unmute themselves now. Thank you.
Agree with Chris. The breakdown on the Toby kicks was excellent. Thank you. Especially for me, I'm a little low grade here, but breakdown was excellent. Thank you.
Always start somewhere. And confidence is key on them.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank
No
you.
worries.
Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
No worries.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
No worries, Mike.
Yep. Take care.
Yep, and you, my man.
Everything. Thanks. Thank. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
See
you.
you next
Bye.
week. Saturday, rather.
See you next week. Yeah.
Losing track of days. Lockdown.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. See you Thursday. Us.
Yeah, take care, mate.
Thank
All the
you.
best, John. Thanks, Veronica.
Thank you.
No problem. Catch you later. Oh.